So you're gonna tell me that these things have been out on the internet?
She shared a lot of posts that you have liked that are like very disparaging towards the LGBTQ plus community.
And I've been out liking all this stuff, that's all this
And
posts
nothing
on,
has ever been picked
and
up.
nothing has ever been picked up by the media, and nothing's ever been, it's nowhere but on this one Twitter feed that Tamra is the only person that happens to be following that account.
But here's the thing, there's overwhelming evidence.
Gina and Emily were so angry because they had stayed up all night looking for that
couldn't
post,
find it.
and they couldn't find
They
it.
couldn't find
and then
it.
I went and looked for the post. I could not find it.
Obviously, we went back and tried to do due diligence and tried to find the actual post to see if we could find the actual like from her. We couldn't find that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm also can't barely turn on a laptop, so that makes sense.
Can I tell you, the next day, you were not with us.
Yeah.
And it was weird because something shifted.
Right.
And everybody's energy was so sad, yet Tamra was the most elevated. I had seen her traveling home with her that day, and I knew. I don't know what I know,
Yeah,
but I know.
in your gut.
Well, I think that all of us, you know, were in the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
And then the next day, I think we talked a bit.
Yeah.
And, you know, like certain things to me that made me think, what's going on? I thought, Tamra and Gretchen just made up on some swing off a building.
I am sorry for hurting you during that time.
Thank you for saying that.
How do you make up with someone knowing that Gina's gonna deliver this bombshell?
I'm already expecting, oh, you did this. You made this up. And I'm like, no, I wouldn't have made something up like that at all.
I can't remember what Gina and Emily and I were talking about, but they both said, do not freaking act different around Tamra. Don't let her know you feel 1 ounce of anything. They very much had the mindset of there is something to get to here. They're so aware of who Tamra is that if she gets one inkling
Right.
that anyone's onto her, she'll start
Spinning.
So I thought that was so telling that even Gina and Emily were like, toe the
Yeah.
line. And that day traveling home was hard.
In Amsterdam, Gretchen mentions to you that they were making fun of your Spanx and how you were squeezed into them.
No one's body is
But
perfect.
to tease, like, oh, she squeezed her body, and I don't know, I don't remember exactly what was said. I was told that you guys said, no guy's gonna wanna be with me because I wear Spanx, and all that does is redistribute the fat. Because when you take it off, the fat pops out like biscuits.
We make so many jokes.
I do remember it hurt my feelings, especially that Emily was saying a lot of it.
First of all, I was not talking about Shannon specifically.
go ahead.
I have a problem
With Spanx. She
with
wasn't.
Spanx.
Spanx.
Spanx kill me. All
Is
does
it even doing anything?
No, it just redistributes.
False advertisement.
I don't like Spanx. I've always said Spanx reminds me of a can of biscuits because it just
Wait, when you put this food
boom, everything pops out.
She was not body shaming
It was
her.
not body shaming.
From my perspective, and Jen was there, there was no
said it all.
malicious intent.
Emily, you had just
Gretchen, shut up.
She was laughing, and so was Jen.
Yes.
Because it wasn't mean.
I was laughing. Emily's funny. And then whenever I saw Shannon's reaction, I felt like like
Yeah.
I owe my friend an apology. I should not have been laughing.
Yeah, for
at that.
sure. Like the way Emily says things, like sometimes the
It's
way
hilarious.
she,
It was
yeah, it can be
hilarious.
funny the way she says it.
And it
but
is
when
confusing.
you go back and you repeat what was said, you're like,
That didn't
that
sound
didn't
good.
sound funny.
It's like when you cut it open, it's like popping up like a box of biscuits. And
Who said that?
Emily, is she like fat shaming you?
I think looking back, I wish that I had said like not
Something.
funny.
We
Yeah.
should have said. I
Yeah.
agree. We should have said something.
Yeah.
Sitting next to Shannon while you two are explaining this.
No guy's
Talking
gonna want to
about-
be with Shannon because she's gonna have to pull all the
I
Spanx
didn't
out.
say that. I would never say that.
Her skirt
Wait, what do
is
you
up
mean?
around.
You two explaining this. She explained nothing. She sat there like a mute
You're
the
right.
entire time.
You explaining
I
it.
had
Yeah.
to fight her battle.
If you want to call shit out, you're going to piss me off. And I'm going to fucking lose it on you. You are my friend. I love you very much. If I said something that hurt your feelings, that was not my intent.
It hurts my feelings, especially when Emily had such an issue last year.
With the jeans.
She told me to bring jeans, but then everybody else has black pants on. I feel like I had to bring my own jeans because I don't have pants big enough to fit me.
They made them to size though. Some of these protocols are curvy too, you know?
It's been frustrating that when I was finally at like my perfect weight, that all of a sudden I started gaining it again. And I'm like getting blood tests. I'm trying to figure out why, because I'm eating clean, but it hurt my feelings. I openly say, wearing a corset, duct tape into my stomach years ago. Never gonna go back to the duct tape. But I wear the Spanx, like that is, I do that.
But
And it's
everyone does.
It's like self-deprecating.
I have them on too
admit it.
right now.
Well, you don't need them.
No, I do. There's a topography issue.
Listen, let me just clarify this. I was not body shaming
No, you
Shannon.
were
I
not.
think she's beautiful.
You would never body
No.
I wasn't. And if
no.
it looks like that, that was not my intent. I
No.
was talking about Spanx in
In
general
general.
on anyone.
Yes.
Yes.
You're gonna catch so much. You're gonna get so much for saying that. You couldn't just keep your mouth shut.
Emily, after your difficult phone conversation with Shane, did the ladies give you any helpful advice?
I don't even know if I needed advice because I didn't even understand really what was going on. It's just more about support. It's just more about someone saying, I see you and you're a good mom.
For him to just fucking lose it, and I'm here.
But
I
that's
feel like
okay.
such a mom.
You're
I'm not even
not,
at home. I'm
Emily.
here.
No.
You know, and there were so many times when like Gina or Heather or Tamra would just say, you're doing the best you can, you're a good mom. And that's really what I needed to hear. It wasn't about advice or logistically telling me what I should do. It was just saying,
Well, I think it was
you're a
also
good
new
mom.
too. It was also new when
Yeah.
we were filming, and I remember having an off-camera conversation with you, and you're like, "Should I quit?" Like I'm thinking maybe I should quit, and I said maybe you need to learn how to deal with this situation and learn more about what's going on with him before you make a decision like that.
Yeah, and I had that same conversation with Shane.
Because it's like guilt, it's like mom guilt.
Right, mom guilt. And
Yeah.
he said, you know, Emily, you know, if you quit, you're basically just giving in to his wants and needs, and he's not learning how to cope. He has to learn how to cope because lots of moms work
Yeah.
and have to leave and have to go to an office or have to go to a job. And so you just quitting and being home with him all the time is not going to help him. He's not learning how to cope, and that's not helpful. And
But
that
the
really
problem is, even when you're doing a lot of the time what's in your child's best interest, which I do believe in this circumstance it was, to continue doing what you're doing and allow the other parent that's home to handle the circumstance. You know, he was with Shane, he was fine. That doesn't mean that it doesn't feel awful.
it felt awful.
Awful. And I understand
And
that.
I remember you
yeah.
were with me, I think maybe multiple times when he would text me and call me over and
Yeah.
over and over and over.
This is very relaxing, actually.
I know, it's very relaxing.
All right, what are we getting? What is Muriel's finest?
Come
Begging
home,
you.
begging
Yeah,
me.
you're the
Mom,
solution.
Mom,
Yeah,
Mom,
I need
Mom,
you.
I need you, I need you, I need you, I need you.
Yeah.
And my heart was broken.
Yeah.
Broken.
Yeah. But now that Shane knows how to deal with it better, when you are gone from the house, if you have to work or you go whatever, now you know you have Shane there and
Yeah.
their bond's closer
Yeah.
because he knows how to deal with
That
it
has
better.
helped
So that helps.
so much
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
separation anxiety. And he's very well aware of how Luke is different and different than the other kids and has to be parented differently. And so he's embraced, you know, he's embraced a completely different parenting style. Shane is an amazing dad. Everybody knows that. But he's never been the very affectionate, warm, and fuzzy kind of dad. And Luke needs that. So Shane's really changed his parenting style with Luke because Luke has to have his system, his nervous system regulated. And in order to do that, you have to constantly nurture, no matter how frustrating he is and challenging he is, you have to stay calm and regulate him. And so Shane's had to learn how to parent him differently, and he's done really well. They're really close now.
And how is Luke doing today?
Luke's good today, but I also recognize that Luke's doing really well because he's not in school, which is a huge stressor for him. But I really worry because when he goes back to school, you know, we have to deal with an IEP and, you know, his guidance counselor and psychologist and all these people have to be involved. And, you know, I worry that all the stress and anxiety and everything that he deals with is going to come back up. So, you know, as of right now, okay.